It's time for another recreating and taste testing healthy TikTok snacks, part 3. Jumping right into the first recipe, I'm making these 4-ingredient brownies. It says you need 3 extra ripe bananas, but these have been sitting on my counter for like a week and they have not got any browner, so hopefully this is good enough because this is all I got. This one's like really squishy right here, so I hope it's not gross. Ew! I hope that's okay. Well, it's in the bowl, so it has to be. Next, I'm adding in half a cup of peanut butter. Oh God. I genuinely feel so bad for people that are allergic to peanut butter and peanuts. People that are allergic to peanut butter cannot enjoy a Reese's egg on Easter or like a Reese's Christmas tree at Christmas time. So sad. I feel so bad for you guys. I used to babysit these kids and their school rules were so strict that because people had really bad peanut allergies, they couldn't even take a peanut butter and jelly sandwich to school. So that was kind of crazy. I probably shouldn't have worn a white shirt while I was cooking, but you know what? We're already here, we're already committed, there's no turning back. So, all right, I'm now adding in some unsweetened cocoa powder, and lastly, just some baking powder. I did arms in the gym yesterday, so trying to squish these bananas with a fork is killing me. If you guys don't know, I have like a food and fitness Instagram account. You should totally follow it. I am starting to upload like more stories and more posts about like my workouts and everything like that. And I'm currently doing journey to a pull-up. Basically, I'm trying to get to the point where I can do at the minimum 1 unassisted pull-up. I would like to do more obviously, but if I can just do 1 unassisted pull-up, then that'll be great. I've been starting for like 5 minutes and this is as good as I can get it. There's still some like lumps of banana in there, but I, for the life of me, cannot mix anymore. My arm is gonna fall off. I'm gonna add the brownie mix to this greased pan here. It's a little bit runny. All right, I'm gonna throw these into the oven and it's on to the next recipe. The next recipe are these crunchy chickpeas. All right, so I'm gonna rinse and strain these chickpeas. I'm so weak today. Ah. What did I think was gonna happen, honestly? I had so much confidence in that. Hey Kayla, there's like 1,000 holes in this thing, so it's gonna go everywhere. It's on my legs, on the floor. All right, give me a second. It's my own fault for wearing white while cooking. I'm gonna go change. I'm embarrassed, but the show must go on. So let's continue. Now that I've rinsed the chickpeas, I'm going to just dry them on a towel here for a couple minutes or so. Also, I do have water boiling on the stove back here for my next recipe. Just FYI, I didn't want anyone to like maybe see the steam and think something was on fire. No, we've never reached that point in my cooking. There's nothing wood around here, but knock on wood. So now I'm adding these back to a bowl. Nope. There we go. She's a genius. She's a genius. Now I'm just adding in all the seasoning. I'm just gonna throw in some oil. Then I'm gonna throw in some pepper, some garlic powder to try something just a little different and to spice it up. I'm here all day, folks. I'm here all day. I'm gonna be adding everything but the elote seasoning from Trader Joe's. Hopefully I said that right. One more final good mix. The recipe says add these to parchment paper and then bake them. I've never gone wrong with using a silicone baking mat instead of parchment paper. It never failed me once, so hopefully today is not the day. I'm gonna throw these on here just like that, and then they're gonna go in the oven, 400 degrees Fahrenheit for 25 minutes. Next recipe is a little low-carb zucchini pizza moment. I'm very excited for this. Don't know why I've never thought of this myself. I'm just chopping up the zucchini in like these little, I don't know, pieces, quarters. What are these called? Like when you, I don't know the proper name for anything in cooking. I love cooking. I consider myself really good at it. I've been cooking for a while, probably since like late high school into college. I cooked a lot, meal prepping, all that stuff. You'd think by now I'd look up the names of types of knives or cutting styles, chopping styles. I have no idea. Like when you watch movies or TV shows and they're like, you're gonna julienne the cucumber. I'm like, what? We're gonna do what now? Cause I'm just chopping away. See, to me, I'm like vegetable chopping knife. But if I wanna cut chicken with it, also a chicken cutting knife. Next, for the zucchini pizzas, it's pretty self-explanatory, but you're just gonna put these little zucchini pieces down on a silicone mat, and then you're gonna add sauce, cheese, seasoning. Next, for the mini pizzas, is just adding seasoning. So I'm gonna do some garlic powder. Like, I feel like I'm thinking back on like all of my cooking videos that I've done. I feel like every single recipe, I'm just like, okay, I'm adding garlic powder, like seasoning chicken, garlic powder, salmon, garlic powder, burgers, garlic powder, green beans, garlic powder. You can literally put that on anything and it will taste good. Okay, to the mini pizzas, I'm adding just this little Italian seasoning blend. Next, some oregano, and then I'm just gonna add some mozzarella cheese to the top of each little pizza. Okay, the girl said to cook it at 200 degrees for like 15 minutes, but I don't think she lives in the US. So, hey Siri, what is 200 degrees Celsius to Fahrenheit?
200 degrees Celsius is 392 degrees Fahrenheit.
Listen, if Siri and smartphones like existed when I was younger, I would have been a mess. I would have done all of my math homework just being like, hey Siri, what is 42 plus 39 divided by 14, square root of 3, PEMDAS, y equals mx plus b?
The answer is approximately 46.825.
Shut the f up. She is always listening. Like, even when you're not activating her, she's still listening. Anyways, moving on to the next recipe, I'm gonna be making some like homemade Fritos, and specifically they're gonna be like, what is it, the chili cheese Fritos or whatever, because you're supposed to use this kind of pasta. So this is the rotini pasta, but I'm using the bonza pasta, which is made out of chickpeas. It's a little bit healthier. So now I'm gonna take the cooked pasta, throw this in the air fryer for a little bit, let them get crispy, and then we season. I think I'm gonna add some nutritional yeast as well to give it like a little cheese moment. I feel like that would be good. So we're gonna try that. I'm gonna use a little bit of this olive oil spray to get all the seasonings to stick. Add in some regular salt, garlic powder as always, and to kind of add a little cheese flavor, some nutritional yeast. The last recipe for today I am the most excited for. Healthy donuts made out of oats and protein powder. I'm a little skeptical because I don't want them to taste super proteiny or super like chalky, but I have high hopes and I'm really pumped. She's measuring with grams, so I am gonna get the scale out so I can measure all the ingredients correctly. So I decided to go with this Garden of Life organic protein powder in the flavor chocolate, and I believe that this is plant-based protein. I just wanted to try it out. I've heard really good things about it. I've heard it's really good. Now you're gonna add some sweetener, and obviously if you want to make this like a little bit of a healthier recipe, instead of using plain white table sugar, you can use something like monk fruit or erythritol. It's just a little bit of a sugar alternative. And then some cocoa powder.
Then you're gonna add some baking powder, blend it up, and once it's blended, you can add all the...
Is it just me, or when you hear someone talk in a British accent, like you want to talk in a British accent? I just want to talk in a British accent, you know? So now I'm going to be adding in my cocoa powder into the mix. I probably have a horrible accent, so I'm so sorry about that. Accents are just so weird. Like, I can literally just start talking like this and I'll have an accent, but then I can just talk like this and I sound normal. Or I can talk like this and have an accent. Like, what is happening in my throat and my vocal cords when I have an accent and when I don't? That trips me out so much. Oh, she blended this. Okay, so I need to get the blender out. Sorry to my downstairs neighbors. No. No. Should I just scoop it? That kind of works. Now I'm adding in 50 grams of yogurt. Ew. What? Oh. There's like a, I thought my yogurt had gone bad. It was just a little protective film. Her consistency was way thinner than this. I may need to add more almond milk. What am I doing wrong here? Because there's probably something, knowing myself. What did I do? Ah! Okay, first of all, that was so rude. Second of all, I swear our fire alarms or fire detectors in the apartment are just like heat sensitive, because nothing is even, I have the little zucchini pizzas in there right now and they're not overcooked or anything like that. The oven is just simply hot right now. I also wanted to mention that I cannot stop listening to Olivia Rodrigo's new album. I know I'm not unique for saying that, but I feel like I am an angsty 16, 17-year-old again. When she screams the lyric, "I'm so sick of 17, I'm like, yes, girl, me too. And then I remember I'm 25. It's kind of scary, guys. Life happens fast, dude. I don't know. I'm so excited. I got these on Amazon and I'm like, look how cute. I feel like this is still really thick, but we're just gonna make it work. The very last thing for the donuts is to make the icing. All right, I'm gonna add in some protein powder. She didn't put a measurement for the almond milk, so I guess it'll just be if you want it a little thicker or a little thinner for icing. The very final step to complete the donuts is to ice them and then add a little bit of rainbow sprinkles. Now time for the best part of the video. The taste test, of course. First up are the roasted crunchy chickpeas. They're definitely like well seasoned and they have been sitting out for a while, so hopefully they're still crunchy and they taste just as good. Okay, so some of the bigger ones aren't crunchy, they're kind of soft in the middle. Yeah, they're not super crunchy. Overall, the flavor is really good. I really like the seasonings that I added to this. However, they are not crunchy like I was expecting. Although I feel like adding these the way they are now and how they're cooked to like a salad or a little side dish to an entree or something, I feel like that would be really good. I'm gonna give these a 6 out of 10. Next up are the little mini zucchini pizzas. Presentation wise, they aren't the best looking, but I know that the cheese got really crispy if it turned a little bit brown. Looks aren't everything though, let's see how they taste. These are actually bomb. I can tell you I've had a lot of failed recipes that involve zucchini and some are just not even worth your time, but these are incredible. Zucchini pizzas, I'd have to give a 10. Moving right along to the 4-ingredient brownies, they have been chilling in the fridge for the last 45 minutes to an hour, and you guys, they kind of look legit. Like these look like regular brownies. I decided to go for this little tiny corner piece here. They're still very like ooey gooey, like definitely did not firm up at all really, so it'll be interesting to see how they taste. Okay, so that's not cooked like at all. These are still like incredibly raw, like on the bottom. So it kind of tastes like I'm eating like a cold chocolate banana. I may end up trying to revive these and putting them back in the oven for a little bit to see if the bottom will cook more. But overall, I'd have to give these a 4 out of 10. Now it's time to try the protein pasta chips, the little Fritos knockoff. But do we have the crunch? Yeah, we have the crunch. I am pleasantly surprised. They're like really crunchy though. Okay, my thoughts. Honestly, I had really low hopes for these. I was like, there's no way, like cooked pasta, air fry, like there's no way. They're actually much better than I was expecting. They're crunchy and spicy and pretty good. My one complaint is that they're super dry. Would I make these again though? Probably not. I like protein chips. I like the Quest chips. I feel like they're a great little protein source. If you don't feel like paying for Quest protein chips, definitely the cheaper alternative, and you have the option to spice them up. So overall, I think I'll give these a 7 out of 10. Okay, last but not least, the one I personally am the most excited for are the protein donuts. I mean, look at these. Are you kidding me? Taste test time. I'm so excited. Shut up. Oh my God. These are probably the best things I've ever had. Tell me how this dough mixture low-key kind of tastes like a donut. Like, I don't know how, there's like a little bit of density there, but it's also light and fluffy. Holy shit, this is amazing. If someone would have made this for me, I would have just assumed they made like a homemade donut. I wouldn't have assumed it was like a healthy donut. This by far is a 10 out of 10 for presentation, for taste, for ability to make. This one, out of this whole video, if you need to make one, this is the one. As always, if you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this recreating and taste testing healthy TikTok snacks part 3. If you're not already, please subscribe to my channel to be around for more videos. And thank you again so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.